Hi, Lincoln Elementary parents. This is Matt Weller, principal at Lincoln Elementary. Wanted to talk with you a little bit about busing changes that are going to be starting on Monday, October 17th. I know that some of you got information about that, but I wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page, especially for our littles, so they know what's going on starting on Monday. So let's first talk about if your child rides a bus outside of town, what that looks like. The good news is that they're going to head out a little bit earlier, so there's a pretty good chance your child's going to get home earlier. So at 3:30, you'll see buses listed below. And these certain buses, those students are going to go immediately to the West Playground for pickup. So they're going to take off right away. And there's going to be another set of buses that is at Garfield. And so these buses are going to head from Lincoln to Garfield to pick up Garfield students, and the Garfield buses are going to come here. So that second round of students they're going to go to the cafeteria at 3:35, and they are going to wait for the bird and dolphin and rabbit and panda and frog. And they're going to go get on those, and then they're going to take off and head out. You'll notice that some of them say that the number is going to change. It's the animal that matters. So just tell your kiddo, as always, that make sure they know which animal they're supposed to be on. The other thing you'll see is you'll notice that certain ones have said they've been eliminated or they blended into other buses. The bus barn is going to be getting in touch with you if that affects your child, if they haven't done it so already. But don't be afraid to call them if you have questions about it and you want to make sure that you are on the same page starting on Monday. So that is the out-of-town buses and what that looks like. On the in-town side, we have a new animal, a squirrel. As you can see, our fancy squirrel right there. If a child is an in-town bus rider, they're going to ride the squirrel bus. So they're going to go to the cafeteria at 3:35 and wait for that squirrel bus to come out. Everybody's going to get on it at the same time, and they're all going to be stopped at these spots both in the morning and in the afternoon. And because I'm a visual person, I just made a map. So it kind of gives you an idea. It's going to ride in basically a transit style system, other than East Side Trailer Park and Meadowbrook Housing, it's going to be mostly a rectangle pattern there on the road, and they're going to stop at every one of these spots. Important thing to know is when they leave Lincoln around 3:40, it's going to go all the way through those spots. It actually makes two complete loops. So if your child is leaving Lincoln School and they're going to get off at 7th and Harriet, they're just going to go all the way around to these stops until they get to 7th and Harriet. So that's important to remember. And that kind of gives you a visual of what it looks like. We're going to do our best on the first day or two to have as many staff as possible at these spots so we can help kids get on the bus in the mornings and kind of know where they're supposed to go and stand, because I know that some of these spots are new. So we are going to have some adults there, and obviously parents, if you want to come that first couple days, you are welcome to do so as well. And just so we kind of get the hang of what this new route looks like. Really, really important that you contact your child's teacher, and the email address on the screen here, Andre Contreras at usd379.org. She is one of our secretaries, and that way we make sure that we are on the same page in terms of if your child's transportation has changed. If it's the same, we don't need to know anything. But if it's changed, we need to know, so then that way we can get that figured out on the first couple days, and so the kids know what it's like. If you have questions, obviously you can call the bus barn, like I said earlier, at 632-5373. If you go to the website below, the usd379.org/bus, there's more information. And Jacqueline Fitzemeyer has made a little video that also shows what that looks like and may help you and maybe explain it better if you didn't understand what I'm saying. But the main thing is, don't be afraid to ask questions before Monday, because this will take place on Monday.